Welcome to this edition of Common Sense, Civics, and Citizenship. Common sense citizens learn how to think critically. Ravi Zacharias, who is an Indian-born Canadian-American Christian scholar, apologist, author, and speaker, characterizes the current generation as a generation that listens with its eyes and thinks with its feelings. Do you form your opinion of the United States solely on photos, social media, television, and movies? Do these images traumatize you? Do they inspire you? Do your feelings drive you? Are your feelings the basis for every decision you make? While vision and emotions are an important part of the human experience, they are not the experience. They don't lead to the kind of thinking that responsible citizens need. Using eyes as ears and feelings to draw conclusions most often leads you to maintain a victim mentality, not a citizen mentality. In other words, one who uses their ears to listen and their head to think. Common sense citizenship requires discernment. When you take a stand on critical issues facing our country, who informed your opinion? How well do you know and understand their beliefs before you go ahead and adopt them as your own? Should you adopt them as your own? It's a good question. Have you done your own research? Do you examine all sides of a national issue? Do you use a variety of sources? Do you know what your core values are? And do you know what the other person believes about your core values? If you end up being wrong, can you engage in self-examination? Well, here are some critical thinking principles for citizens. Number one, ask questions. Why is a great three-letter word? Why? Because the answer gives you clues. Seek to understand the issue from the opposing side is number two. Read and listen to a variety of opinions. You're less likely to think that you're a victim. Number three, stick to the issue at hand. Don't create a traffic jam in your mind by getting off on mental tangents. That stalls the process and you lose your focus. Social media is a famous derailer, by the way. Use primary sources is number four. Go to the original source. I use a Webster's 1828 dictionary when I studied the founding of America to see what words meant in that day and at that time. The meaning of words has changed over time. Number five, seek the truth and draw conclusions based on truth, not on soul emotion. Is it true? And what is that truth based on? Common sense in citizenship requires that we do not debase another person because they don't think or believe the same way as we do. But if we use our eyes to listen instead of our ears, and if we use our emotions to make decisions instead of our intellect, we become divisive. Use your ears to listen and your head to think. That's just common sense citizenship at work.